Hello learners, welcome to NIOS. Today we will study part 5 of chapter 18. Our topic for today is the recent developments in education. As you know that in the previous lesson we had discussed about education in post-independence India. We discussed about the different levels of education developed in the country after independence. We also learned about these levels. They are elementary level, secondary level and higher education level. Learners, now we know about the other modes of education like the adult education, vocational education, etc. The national education policy and its objectives. Let us now discuss about the open and distance education system. Learners, as you know, the open and distance learning method has become very popular these days. As you know, you are also studying at NIOS through open learning method. There are many students who have to leave their studies halfway because of different reasons. Open and distance learning ODL helps such students to complete their education. As in this system, the learner can learn without attending class. These students can also keep working while studying. This system has become very popular because of its flexibility. Learners are free to select the subject of their choice. Open School at present provides both secondary class 10th and senior secondary class 12th level education. Learners, can you tell the name of the open university that provides higher education in the country? Yes, you are right. It is the Indira Gandhi National Open University. It is important to note that education has spread at the very fast speed in India since independence. The open and distance learning has been very useful in this direction. Let us now learn about the most recent developments in education. Learners, do you know that the Right to Education Act was passed in which year? The Right to Education Act was passed in April 2010. This law gives all the children between 6 to 14 years of age the right to get free and Compulsory education. Dear learners, it is true that the government has made many policies to help spare education in the country. However, a big problem is that of school dropouts. Those children who do not complete their education and leave their studies. The Right to Education Act has helped in completing the education of these school dropouts and those children who have not gone to school. As per the Right to Education Act, school dropout children and those children who are above 6 years of age and have not gone to school will get admission in local school. Dear learners, the Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan RMSA is another very important scheme of the central government. The aim of this scheme is universalization of education to all the children at secondary level. Universalization means providing education to all the children. The RMSA works for the children in the age group of 15 to 16 years, like student of classes 9th and class 10th. Learners, let us now discuss how the Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan works. To providing access to secondary school for students, following techniques are used. Number 1, the first method is to upgrade the primary schools by improving the facilities in them. For example, by constructing classrooms, laboratories, computer rooms, library, separate toilet for boys and girls, appointing more teachers, etc. Number 2, the second way of implementing Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan is to improve the condition of the secondary schools. This can be done by making classrooms, computer rooms, separate toilet for boys and girls, appointment of more teacher, improving the labs, facilities and etc. Besides these steps, the existing building of the school should be repaired and modified according to the needs of the student. Number 3, the third method is to remove the difference between social groups. This can be done by improving the condition of student from the minority community, SC, ST and other weaker section of the society. Number 4. The fourth way in which the quality of Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan can be improved is by adopting the following works. Point 1. By constructing science lab and libraries, because a good lab and libraries help in increasing knowledge of children. Point 2. By arranging for the training of those teachers who are already working. In this way, they can learn the new techniques that are being used in teaching students. Point 3. The school principal should be given leadership training. Example, they should learn how to manage the staff and student in a better way. Since the school principal is the head of the school and his or her behavior is copied by young children. So it is very important for him and her to present good example before his staff and student. Point 4. By changing the syllabus according to the needs of the student, so that children will learn with more interest. Point 5. RMSA can become more effective if education of subjects like maths and science is also given, because in most profession their knowledge is needed. Point 6. By providing teaching learning aids, also the interest of students in education can be increased. Learners, let us now quickly revise what we have learned in the lesson so far. Number 1. We discussed about the open and distance learning method of education. Number 2. We also learned about the Right to Education Act and its aims. Number 3. Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan and the method used to implement it. If you have any query, you may send email at signlanguage@nios.ac.in. For more information, you can visit our website at www.nios.ac.in. With this, we have reached the end of this lesson. I hope you liked watching this video. Hope to see you soon. Bye.